Welcome to the Windows 8 channel, and today is Patch Tuesday, March 10th, 2015. Patch Tuesday being the second Tuesday of each month, where Microsoft will release, in general, its security patches and all sorts of updates for the Microsoft Windows product. And for Windows 8.1, Patch Tuesday is a whopping 149 megabytes, and it has, in my case, there was like 32 downloads, 32 updates that actually appeared on my screen. Many for just stated that they are updates for Windows 8.1 x64 based systems. So the Patch Tuesday is very important. It's always very important, but this month it's particularly important for one major reason. There were some problems. Actually, this month's Patch Tuesday is one of the biggest in many months, actually. And the security updates, well, of all the updates, there's 14 separate security updates in here. And some of them for Office, which I have, so probably there are some Office updates that I got, which means that your updates, if you don't have Microsoft Office, might actually be less than what I have here. Yet, there's a lot of security stuff, and one including a very important flaw in Internet Explorer 11, which is cross-site scripting vulnerability. That it was publicly disclosed prior to the February Patch Tuesday. So it wasn't there last time, but there was a website that you could go to and check if you are at risk. And actually the only browser that was not at risk was actually Google Chrome. So if you were using Google Chrome, you were already safe from that. And it includes a problem with the HTTPS security, so, and the way that it was actually handled. And so this Patch Tuesday fixes that flaw, which means that it's very important for everybody to fix this. It's something that would enable anyone that wanted to actually access and run a script on your computer via that flaw. And so you'd be basically open to a lot of dangers on the web. Lots of issues also with Exchange Server. There's Microsoft Office version 2007, 2010, 2013 that are fixed. There's a lot of flaws there. There's a flaw in the way Microsoft Text Services handles objects in memory, and how Microsoft Windows handles the loading of DLL files, which are fixed, and addresses an issue with the Adobe font driver. So that's very important. There's also a scripting problem in some older Windows version. Doesn't affect Windows 7 though, and later versions, which means it's not for Windows 8. What else did they have? They also have an update that resolves a problem with the Windows Task Scheduler. The Task Scheduler that could allow a local user to bypass file access controls and run privileged executables, which means that somebody on your computer would be able to run as basically an administrator without even being an administrator. So these are little flaws that are important yet, because you never know. There's one flaw that fixes a widely publicized S-channel vulnerability that's called Freak. The Freak technique is actually something that's very, very major right now, because it affects everybody. It affects Windows, but it affects Android, it affects iOS, if you have an iPhone with Safari, you are not safe. The freak problem is actually everywhere. And the only two browsers that were fixed on Windows for that right now were Google Chrome and Firefox. And one of the updates this month actually fixes this flaw also. So this is pretty much the roundup of what you'll have. After checking, the forums, after checking a lot, there doesn't seem to be right now any problems with the updates. So I think they look pretty safe for pretty much everybody. And I've installed everything. And you know what? No problem at all. It installed all 32 updates that I had, restarted the computer, everything went well. So I think everything looks okay for this Patch Tuesday. You know what? This video is always going to be on the Patch Tuesday, and if anything pops up that could be a problem, this is one of the reasons why this video exists, is that I will warn you in advance if anything pops up that could be a problem. If you enjoy our videos, why not subscribe to our channel? You'll be informed when new videos are online. If you have any comments, questions, maybe you have a Windows 8 video you'd like us to make, maybe you'd like to just share your knowledge with anyone, why not do it? It's always fun to have everybody, and thank you for being here. Bye bye.